NBC Sports coverage of the Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Denver Broncos and the Houston Texans. Two 1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in week 4. From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And right off the bat, Mills looking to throw it. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
Throwing to start the drive. Ash. This is caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Touchdown, Jerry Jeudy, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0.
Texans, nothing. Brendan McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Slot man moves right. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
On third down, here's Mills. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
But they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Down carry, it's Williams. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, there was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Nickel on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Ash. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 4th down. Back to throw. Ash. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Yeah, that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's Hines. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run again with Hines. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. 2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. On the move past the 40. Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. That man right there, John Ross, remember, he ran the fastest combine 40 in history, 4.22 seconds, and he showed off that speed right there. Wow. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now it's Hines, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now.
Leads to second and goal at the 6-yard line.
This is Hines. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. They'll bring a tight end in motion. Third and goal, Mills. The quick slant caught. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a fourth and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll run for it with Hines. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And the Bronco defense comes up big. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard.
Hey, check that. Street. Warriors, 70. 79 Broncos.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams, and they'll bring him down right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup, but that's all they needed to move the sticks. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second down and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The linebacker Robert Spillane making a big play. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on third down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys with great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that first down.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Check contact! Check contact!
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
36-yard line.
Count Williams! 19 tight! 19 tight!
Operating from the gun. Ash. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Off the play fake. Ash. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Yeah, simple. Tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
This time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Mills on first down. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. The Texans are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. They fell in the opener, got back on the beam with a win in week 2, but stumbled again last week to fall under 500.
And despite that stumble, I don't think anyone's too concerned because they've made mistakes that they believe are correctable. And this is a team still getting to know each other. I'm not that concerned, and neither are they.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 28.
That's another
A first down throw for Mills. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Nick Benito. The 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. McManus now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Broncos 14, Texans nothing. Brendan McManus to kick off for Denver.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The 40. Tremont Smith. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Texans. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between. Second down, now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Check pass, check pass.
Off play action. Ash. Quick slant to Hamler. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. They're going to try and throw. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. They've got his man complete. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
And the Broncos first down.
They'll go jet sweep here with Sutton. And now a fumble. The ball's out. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead in the locker room. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
This will be caught. Judy. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. That time on the run-pass option when he decided to throw it. Not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple-option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Looking to throw. Ash. His throw incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Off the play fake. Ash. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Play action. Ash. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is taken in at the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Williams is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Ash. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Touchdown! It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They make their 2nd half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row.
It's a loss of the yard, bringing up 3rd and 12.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Throwing, Mills. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Working out of the gun, Mills. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They run with Hines. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. Mills now. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Here's Mills. Throwing quickly to Wilson. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line. Mills to throw it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw is Mills. And the ball is knocked out. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So it's a turnover there on the lost fumble, and this 3rd quarter could not really have started worse.
I think that's a great observation because this was a close game at the half. They gave up the touchdown the opening drive. Now they turn over the football. This game, they can get away from them pretty quickly if their defense doesn't step up right here.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's got some space here. 40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They run it again with Williams. And oh, he coughed it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that, because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs that say, roads closed.
A quick throw now complete to Ross.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Mills with a throw out wide that's complete. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll send one of those 2 tight ends in motion. Hines will take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40.
Let's go now.
On 1st and 10, Ash. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that's caught inside the 35.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Throwing on 1st down. Ash, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
50 Eagles, 50 Eagles. 18 runner, 18 runner. Check pass, check pass.
Throwing again. Ash finds Dulcich out left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air. The right spot to throw the ball there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Again, it's Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Quinn Miners, 3rd-round pick in 2021, called for the penalty.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Ash. They'll roll him out right. And this one is incomplete.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They give it to Williams, running right. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. So here now is Brandon McManus in a big spot. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by McManus is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Out of the end zone comes Smith. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
That's caught by Howard. He's got room past the 30. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
McManus's point after is good, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
That's caught out wide by Cooks. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. There again is Cooks, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. He gets it to Cooks. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now receiver in motion left. They'll try to run with Hines. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Hines again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. 3rd down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for 1 more play. Here's Hines. And this time he is in. Naeem Hines with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Fairbairn
is trimmed down to 10. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed.
Throwing to start the drive. Ash.
This is Hamler on the crossing route. He's got it.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Up the middle, it's Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They'll try and run down some clock with Williams.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it.
Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Judy, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. To throw again on 2nd down. Mills. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Mills. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
In motion right is Wilson. Mills, 4th down, gotta have it. He's gonna let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Broncos are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.